In the big picture, what the brain can do can be described pretty simply. Namely, our big brains have evolved to move us toward well-being and away from pain. The brain is set up so that it accomplishes three things. First, it knows what's happening in the outside world, as well as throughout the body, by means of its sensory input from receptors that activate or inhibit neurons going to the brain. Second, the neurons in the brain then integrate the sensory input that's happening at the moment with the memories, habits, and emotions that have already been processed to develop an understanding of the current situation. It's these connections that are made between and among the neurons in the brain that are extremely complicated and still not fully understood. Most of the information coming into the brain never reaches the level of consciousness, and most of the decisions that are made occur before we are aware in our minds of what's happening. And finally, third, it controls, or rather generates, behavioral output. This occurs through two major brain output systems: the nerves that control the muscles, which are under voluntary control, and the nerves that control the organs and glands, whose functioning is involuntary. And it's important to note that the behaviors that we perform have effects that are also sensed by neurons. So brain output eventually becomes brain input. The brain always recognizes what has happened and what is happening, even if it's not at a conscious level. So, just to recap, the brain senses, integrates, and controls.